Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming back to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we do the Young and the Restless soap ops, recaps, and reviews on their show. Today, we're going to be going over the one that aired for Thursday, January 12th, 2017. So come in from the outside, shut the front door, have a seat, and let's get right on into this episode. Okay? The first scene, we go into Nicholas. Nicholas is spending time with none other than Faith, his daughter, Faith. So needy, Faith. Okay? And always dropping dime Faith on other people's business. Okay? Little girl Faith at Crimson Lights. And they're spending, father daughter time. And of course, Faith is enjoying all of that because it's minus Christian. And then guess who comes in, y'all? None other than Sharon. Yes, her mother. So she pretty much motions her mother to come in. She gives her a great big hug and she said, please join us, okay? I tell you, this is not a 9-year-old. This is not your typical 9-year-old child, okay? So anyway, Nick buys a whole round of hot chocolate for the three of them. And, she's just glad to have both of them there because she felt that both of her parents are just too busy for her. Or when they are busy, or when they do get together, they are too busy to stay together and then they end up in an argument. So go figure. Anyway, we move on to the situation. We go to Dylan and Alexandria. They're trying to get something started for the sexual nature, or maybe they're just playing mind and body games with one another. Who knows? Both are sizing one another up. They start kissing on one another. Okay? I'm like, if only Sharon knew. If only she knew now. Okay. But then we go to Lauren and Phyllis. They're at the club. It seems like the same one that actually Gloria was at. But it's the underground Nick's place. They have to keep it all in the family. And they are just talking about the comings and goings and, Hoffman coming over to give them new instructions of what he's going to need before he signs it in ink and the deal just takes off. So both of them, meaning Phyllis and Lauren, just going over the comings and goings of how they're going to address him when he gets there. But he really should have already been there. But, hey, when you're the big wheel, they want you and your money. You can be late by some hours. And if they still there and they're desperate, you can meet with them. It's just one of those things. When you got it, you got it. When you don't, you don't. Then we go to Michael. Michael is eating with Gloria at the club, trying to convince and sell her on the idea to have her an extended stay at the club on him. Of course, I'm thinking, Michael, she already told y'all having cash flow issues. It seems like it might be $1,000 a night to stay up at that club. Do you really got coins like that? So Gloria pretty much telling him, and she used her breast to pump it up like she wants to come home to the bosom of her family. And that's where she's coming. This was a one-night shot deal. She's coming home with him and Lauren. Okay? Then Gloria is asking Michael, well, how did her meeting go with this so-called investor? And Michael said it went pretty well. They're still ironing out some kinks, but it is what it is. Of course, Gloria don't like that idea because she tried to sabotage that. But she did a very good job. A very good job. We go to Dylan. Alexander is trying to get the romance on. Alexander is trying to get Dylan to smoke or snort some cocaine. Okay? Dylan bypassed that information that she was trying to throw to see if he a man that sell dope and do dope, or he just a man that sell it and keep his nose clean. Okay. Then we go to Faith. Faith is dropping dime on Sharon. I tell you that girl, oh, she's super snoop. She all up in for business. She's a gospel. And she thinks she's doing the world a good sense by making everybody pay attention to what they're doing to each other. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see if you have the same mentality when you get to be an early adult or a young adult. Is your moral compass is still going to be intact, and are you going to be telling other people's business or get slapped up the head side of the head or in the mouth? Okay, but yeah, Faith is dropping a dime on her mama saying Dylan is missing in action on the way he is. He left his wallet and ring there, this and the third. I'm like, but damn, do you know what color drawers he had on prior to leaving, Faith? Okay, too much information for a child to know and be talking to other grown adults about. Okay. a grown adults about, because she ain't no damn grown adult. She's a child, but she ain't got no place. That's Victor's mini me. Okay. Anyway, Nicholas pretty much told Sharon she about to see her behind down. Excuse me, guys. She might well sit her behind down, take it all in, because Faith ain't gonna let it go. They already know what kind of daughter they have, and hopefully she's the only cut from that cloth situation that's gonna be produced. May they have no more children like Faith, because she's enough. She's enough for me, and I don't even know her, okay? But when she addressed my screen, it's like, oh, I need to take a break, but I need to get the notes. You know what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged sword. You need her for the information that she gives you in the scene, and then you just wish she just fade to black altogether. No more kids on the show for a minute. All right. Then we move from that situation, unless they're like Christian baby infants. They don't say too much, but they got her playing too much of a grown ass role, and it just really doesn't fit her. Whew. Anyway, Dylan pretty much, I'm not Dylan. Nicholas want to know. I try to take some weight off of Sharon. He wants to know. I mean, he being nosy for his mom as well to get some dirt on what's going on with Dylan and where he is. So he pretty much could go tell his mom and get her mind clear and calm. But it doesn't work out, at least not in this particular scene. We move from there, we go to Ashley. Ashley hears a noise coming from Robin's office, and she goes quickly in because she knows he's good. He's a good techie, but he ain't good at any just socializing and interacting with others. You know what I'm saying? He don't play well. He just, you give him a task to do. He's in there. He's methodically planning it, putting it out, what he's gonna do, separating atoms, protons, all that kind of stuff. But just having a plain conversation, normal conversation, it's just like pulling teeth from that joker. But anyway, she finds him on the floor. He's calling himself, trying to put a desk that's more like a workable desk where he stands up most of the time versus sitting down. I don't understand that because I still like my big ass desk with some chairs where I sit my butt down in a nice cushion and leather, chair or something very comfortable and supports the back real well. So I'm not up with this new age, new tech type, having your cubicle type of standing up office type of situation as a desk. No ma'am, no sir, no lord. Okay, so she pretty much tell Robert he didn't need to do this. They have a certain thing called maintenance men that can actually put these things together and hook him up and this, that, and the third. But he thought he had to do everything by himself. Oh, baby. He's too smart to where he's dumb. Okay, no common sense. No common sense. But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Phyllis. Phyllis found out that Hoffman, after doing a little investigating, she could do that on the side. Woo, that's a full-fledged, beautiful woman that got it going on from the top to the bottom. Got street smarts as well as business smarts. So what they tell you, she's a physical threat, right? Mm-hmm. So we move on from that situation. She goes on to tell Lauren that Hoffman hasn't checked out the club, so he's still in town. And then Lauren will say, well, who else he meeting with, this, that, and third. Just get out herself frustrated. I'm like, honey, all you need to worry about is kicking Gloria behind. Cause she's the one that put that bug in his ear that's making him act real silly at this point in time and just out of pocket to where you don't understand his behavior. It's because your mother-in-law has gotten to him. Okay? And he's trying to cross his T's and dot his I's, and he has to talk with his business people to figure out what's what. Because if he takes a hit, he's gonna make sure it's worth his while, meaning in the revenue stream. If it goes south, meaning the customer service just goes to what this other patron, which is Gloria sabotaging, saying customer service sucks. Because if customer service sucks, business go down because people don't come to your area to buy any of your products. So it's just sitting on the shelf, nobody buying it, everybody losing. But this Hoffman said, I'm gonna want a large portion for giving out any money because I ain't losing that. And even if I had to do a hedge fund and sell all her shit off to get my profits back and then some. So it just is what it is, but they don't know that yet. So they go on and thinking about, what they're going to say to him when he finally gets there. So we move on from there. We got Jack, Mike, and Gloria making small talk at the club with one another. And Jack is asking Michael about Lauren's investors. How's that going? And has she found anyone in particular that she's going to deal with other than, dealing with Pam, even though Michael does know. And Jack knows that, Lauren had turned him down on trying to acquire her company under the Abbott's umbrella of doing business. And Michael gets a phone call, so he has to leave. So he leaves Jack and Gloria to their own devices to make small talk amongst themselves. Then we have Gloria telling Jack about sabotaging Hoffman on behalf of Lawrence to be able to put Jack in the forefront of hopefully getting the company through him and him helping out the company to stay in the red. But of course, he wants a large percentage himself, but he pretty much want to buy it and operate it the way he wants to, with Lauren being the silent partner. Meaning taking over everything. It will probably stay for him more until he get ready to, he want to change it to something else. But it will be under the corporation and leadership under Jabot's products and services, not Lauren, her own entity, functioning on her own, as an LLC or whatnot. But we're moving on from there. Jack is picking at Gloria about neither one of her sons want her at their house or their digs because she's just that annoying. Okay. So they have a little small banter of, last kickles, kikis, whatnot. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Faith is asking Nick and Sharon, are they proud of her? They both say yes. Faith tells both of them she likes their spending time together, meaning the three of them. Okay. We go to Paul and Kevin. They're concerned about not hearing from Dylan. Christine is trying to encourage both of the men that Dylan knows what he's doing. He would know how to pull out a situation real quick, fast, and to her if it warranted that. And she's trying to get both of them back on an even keel. Then we go to Dylan. Dylan and Alex still playing mind games with one another, trying to catch each other in a lie, trying to find bugs around the place, trying to see if they can really trust one another to make this big deal go down for Fisk. We have Alexander finds a bug tap that's under a lampshade. We go to commercial. We come back. We have Dylan go on and say, "Oh, well, we can probably got another bug." She motions Alexander to be quiet and just look up while they take a picture. Well, not a picture, but they place their hands. So Dylan places his hand over this little picture on the wall, which he finds a bug. Then he goes on to say, he's a stand-up guy. His boss really is the one that's not trustworthy and wants to know what everything. He wants everything to be recorded while he have her in the room. So it's kind of like showing good faith after effort. So he finds that other bug, puts it in the glass of vodka they were going to drink or whatnot to show her, he's a good stand-up guy. She could trust him. They ain't trying to, make no ways for the guy she's trying to protect, nor the people he's trying to protect. They're just trying to make this transaction so they both can go back to their worlds and nothing else, will come of it, unless they want to strike up a relationship. Okay. And that Alexandria looked like she'll be the one to come to General City and find his ass and blow his cover sky high. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. They're trying to build trust among each other. So Dylan's like, we need to stop all this foolishness. I need to conduct business first. After business, then we can go get to the romance. Okay, on the personal side. So he flashes all this cash in this little suitcase, and it got what you call it eyes looking good because she probably want to get some of that. And I say some means slim pickings, not the whole kid and caboodle, if you know what I mean. Then we go to Paul. Paul is thinking about Dylan and how proud he was when Dylan wanted to follow in his footsteps and his father's footsteps. The whole thing of the whole family becoming cops, cops, kid, whatever. Paul was thinking about what Sharon had said, and anything happened to Dylan is on his head. He's kind of feeling some kind of way about it. Christine comes in and confides in him, and he confides in her, and they just hug it out, because he's just been a little bit too emotional with this situation. Then we have Michael. Michael's at the police station telling Kevin it's his turn because Kevin's not returning any of Michael's calls when it's concerning having Gloria spend some time, needed time, over to him, Chloe and Kevin's digs instead of her being with Lauren and him. He said, I don't have it for the whole holiday seasons. I'm fed up. I need my alone time with my wife. Okay, I need to come home to something quiet and somewhere I can just, sex my wife all the time. We just need peace. And Gloria's not peaceful. Okay, so you're gonna have to take it. Then we go to where Hoffman has finally arrived to the meeting with the two women, Phyllis and Lauren. He goes over several little things. He's impressed with Phyllis and all what she's trying to give him. And, it just is what it is. And we go to Ashley. Ashley's talking with Jack about why he's not putting more time investment in her product, Jabot Go, than what she's doing trying to acquire, than what he is trying to do, which was to acquire Fenmore's company and stuff of that nature. And Jack is speechless because he can't believe she went and said that she made that statement and how very wrong it was for her to make, because he's definitely not feeling that way, or feel like her contributions don't mean anything. So we go to commercial, we come back, we have Kevin and Michael still discussing Mama Dearest, which is Gloria. Kevin says, I want free babysitting services anytime I choose, whenever I choose, however I choose, if I gotta take her. Then, Mike was looking like, he said, well, take it or leave it. It doesn't matter with me. That's my, stance. So, and with, Michael really liking Chloe's daughter, that's a no-brainer. Of course he's gonna do that. And it's not gonna be a sweat off his back. You know what I'm saying? So he agreed to it. So he told Kevin to call Mama and make sure she is, listening, you know, and that you're making it very personable, if she really believes that you really do want her to come stay, and not that she's a burden. So they get on the phone, and Kevin half-heartedly tells her, but she already tells Kevin that Michael's throwing her out, so she don't really have a choice, and that she'll be there. Okay, sooner rather than later. Then we go back to Hoffman. Hoffman is getting on Lauren, or Lauren is pretty much spilling the beans about their customer service is A1 Central. Never had any complaints, about services and product and this, that, and the third. He looking at her like, uh-huh. Meaning he's already got the tea that was spilled from Gloria's mouth to his ears. So he's pretty much saying, well, look, this is how the deal's going to go down. I need 51% of your company's earnings of control. And Lauren, like, she saw a ghost. Like, she's finna fall out the, her fucking seat, or her, her booth. And she's like, oh, hell no. No. Mm-mm. Fillmore always has and always will contain controlling interests. So fuck you and your deal. It's pretty much what she told Mr. Hoffman, but in a nicer way than what I just said. But it's pretty much that's what it was. 'Cause he even got offended and said, "You're not gonna get a better deal." Like, really, you gonna be that arrogant and stupid? Okay, fine, whatever. Take your bushy butt back home to Chicago and keep it ringing. All right. So we go to commercial. We come back. We have Lauren and Phyllis are drowning their bad spirits into alcohol at Underground, which is Nick's bar little place. And I'm thinking that's the same bar that Gloria and Jack met at. In that clandestine type meeting. They were having amongst each other. But it is what it is. Okay. We go to Jack. Jack is talking to Robbie on really Ashley's behalf, because she really felt that Jack is not personable with his people, especially his people that's making him a lot of revenue from apps and things in the techie world that he knows nothing about. And she's just saying, look, I want you to appreciate this young man, because if Victor got a clue of getting him from us, he would snatch him up in a heartbeat and pay him a handsome salary, and give him a better desk space, office space, and the whole kit and caboodle. Victor will be treating him like he's one of his executives, okay? With all the perks. And what are we giving him? He's in a broom closet type office. He's been down there trying to mess up his fingers by drilling, which that's not his expertise. And, come on now, you need to put more interest in your people. So that's pretty much what it was. So Jack is talking to Robbie about his contributions to the company, how proud he is to have him with the company, this, that, and the third. And Robbie is asking Jack for one favor. I don't know what that favor is, because as the episode progressed, his whole office was really fixed how he wanted. He has headphones on and this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what did he ask for? Because it's still, they didn't make it apparent or, very clear to us what he wanted. So, because Ashley had already said she was going to fix that workstation for him and whatnot. But it is what it is. Then we go to Nicholas. Nicholas brings Sharon and Faith both home. He takes Faith back up to the main house. He drops Sharon off, and he's trying to implore her to tell him what's on her mind and just lean on his shoulder for a minute or two. But she's still going on with that lie. She fine, she fine, she fine. Okay, then we go back to Dylan. Dylan is having a drink by himself, and pretty much he's scared. You need to, kind of contact somebody. But, he goes on and have his drink while Alexandria's in the corner setting up a meeting with this fifth person that he's brought all this money, and I just guess trying to get the dope from as well. Go to commercial, come back. We have Ashley hugging Jack for being nice to Robbie. Like I said, I don't even know what Robbie got out the deal other than his office set up being the way he wanted it to. But Phyllis is calling him on the line, on his personal line. Well, I'm like, how did she get his phone number? I never remember them changing phone numbers or anything. But she pretty much want to run an ideal past him, but he didn't pick up yet. But I'm pretty sure more than likely he'll return her phone call. Then we go to Dylan. Dylan's going into the lion's den. He's got his contact together to where he's gonna make this drop off or meet with this dangerous person called Fisk, and he's kind of concerned because he's like, I don't even know where we going. You know, you're not telling me. He says that ain't for you to know. Just know you trust me, I trust you. You'll get it out, or you'll get out. Everything smelling clean. If everything checks out, you're gonna be a dead man. It's just either or. Should have known the game you was in. You were playing. We play for keeps. All right, but anyway, go to the last and final scene. We have Sharon is leaning on Nicholas about Dylan. She's really breaking down, telling him she's scared, this, that, and the third. He may not come home. Nicholas is saying he's so proud of his brother, this, that, and the third. Uh, he didn't say he was gonna be like him. He just said he had enough guts to do what he do because it was him. He couldn't do it. But yeah, I mean that was the Young and the Restless for January the 12th, 2017. I told you it had its points here and there. Again, they could have left Faith on out all parts of the situation. So the child needs to have a child's place, and they got her too much of having a adult role in this soap opera. It's just too ugly. You know, I don't like it. I think a child should be a child. She should be doing childlike things because when she does get grown, half the time she's gonna be wishing she was a child. But that's just my spiel, my take on it. I hope the writers are listening to me and get it together. Put a child in a child's place. Let her have her own environment. Let her grow, be stable, mentally stable, so she can go and handle them things when she gets the age of maybe 25 and she's trying to take over somebody company and her family, okay? Or working for some subsidiary that they don't took over. All right, but y'all, that's what they gave us for the Young and the Restless on today's episode. Again, January 12th, Thursday at 3 o'clock my time zone, Eastern Standard Time. We'll be ready to talk with you again tomorrow. Doing the same thing, inviting you in to my space where we dialogue together and you watch my visuals and I give you the commentary of the soap operas that happens each day. Blessings, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.